Imagine having a $40,000 pledge loan reporting to your credit report. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I did it so you guys can do it too and get a pledge loan reporting up to $40,000 on your credit. So let's get right into the video. For those of you who don't know, a pledge loan is simply a secured loan that you use with Navy Federal. You use the money in your savings account to secure a loan and they report it to your credit. So basically you pledge your money and they give you a loan based on that amount. The minimum loan amount is $250 and then the maximum is $100,000. So if you guys have $100,000 that you can use to secure for a loan to report to your credit, I highly recommend that you do it. And it's simply going to be a no credit check loan application. Since it's secured with your own funds, it doesn't require a credit check. Even those with limited or lower credit scores have access to the pledge loan. There's no credit check. 9 times out of 10, if you have enough money for the loan, you will get approved. So the reason why this is such a good credit building tool is because of 2 reasons. It's an installment loan that you can get on your credit, so it'll diversify your credit profile. Number 2, if you make on-time payments every month, it's going to increase your payment history day by day, month by month. So this is why it's a great credit building tool, and it reports to all 3 credit bureaus, which is always what we want to see when getting credit products. Finally, the pledge loan hack that a lot of people talk about. I want you guys to watch until the end. I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I got the funds, so exactly how I got the $40,000 to put down and secure this loan, and how you should pay off this loan to get the best return on your investment. So now let's get into some hidden advantages of the pledge loan. The first hidden advantage is it increases your internal score. When you get a pledge loan, you build stronger ties with Navy Federal. An internal score values your account history, including your account activity, deposits, and usage, unlike a FICO or Vantage score. So basically, to break this down, Navy Federal has their own internal scoring system. The more products you use, the more direct deposits you have into your account, the more credit you use and pay back, the higher your internal score will be, and the more it will increase month by month. And a strong internal score with Navy Federal can lead to better loan approvals, credit limit increases, and product offerings, even if your credit score isn't high. So basically, Navy Federal values the internal score over your credit score. There's people that have high internal scores and low credit scores that get approved for credit products with them. So getting the pledge loan will increase your internal score, which is good. So you can get more funds with Navy Federal. And finally, one of the last hidden advantages is that you have no prepayment penalties. So you can simply pay off the loan early without any extra fees. And that's going to be very key when I show you guys how to pay this thing off later in the video. So now let's get a step-by-step overview of everything we have to do to get a pledge loan. The first thing is we're going to want to have or open an account with Navy Federal. If you don't have an account, I'm going to break down how you guys can open an account and establish a membership with Navy Federal. The second thing we're going to need to do is access the funds for the secure loan. I'm going to show you guys how we can manufacture spend and get access to the funds to put down on the secured loan. Then third, we're going to want to apply for the pledge loan and make sure we complete the loan application. And then finally, we're going to talk about the payoff hack. We're going to pay off a certain amount of the loan after a certain period of time to increase your credit score. So make sure you guys stay to the end and you watch every second of this video to get everything in detail, exactly what we need to do with this pledge loan. So let's get into the first thing, how to open an account with Navy Federal if you don't have one. So to get into Navy Federal, there's mainly 3 ways that people use. Of course, the first way is if you're in the military. It's very easy to get in if you're in the military or you have a relative that's in the military. You simply just call them up, go into a branch, or apply online and provide your information if you're in the military, and you can prove it. Or if you have a relative that's in the military. So that's the way number 1. Number 2 is going to be the roommate hack. If you live with somebody that's already in Navy Federal, they can get you in because you live with them. So basically, when applying for account membership, there's going to be a reason listed saying, I live with a Navy Federal member. You would click on that and then you would give them their information. They would see that you also live there with them, and then they would approve you for the account. If you know somebody that's in Navy Federal, you can sort of live with them for a while or create a lease that says that you live there, and then you can provide that to Navy Federal, and now you just technically you have a roommate and you live with them. So that is the roommate hack. Do with that as you wish, but that is how some people get into Navy Federal. Finally, the third, probably one of the most simplest ways, is if you know somebody in Navy Federal and they can give you their access number, and that will qualify you to join Navy Federal. So using those three methods that I just provided for you, you guys can get into Navy Federal. Now we're going to talk about the manufacturer spending, how we're going to get access to these funds to be able to put down on the loan. So getting the money. First thing is we're going to try to use our current assets as much as we can. So get as much money as you currently have and put it into your Navy Federal savings account. This can involve selling some things that you have, moving money from another savings account, and putting it into the Navy Federal savings account. 2, we're going to want to borrow money from friends or family, and just ask them to borrow money and tell them that you will literally pay them back in a month. So I'm going to explain to you guys why you can ask for money and pay it back in a month when I show you guys the payoff hack. We're simply going to be paying off this loan very quickly so you guys can recuperate most of your funds. And then finally, the third method to get some money is going to be manufacturer spending. This is the best method, basically getting money off credit cards that you already have with Navy Federal. So let me explain. This is called the Go Prepaid method. You must have a Navy Federal credit card to do this. It can be any card except for the Amex More Rewards credit card listed below. You cannot have this card. It has to be any other Navy Federal card. You can do it. So simply what you have to do is just apply for a Go Prepaid debit card on the Navy Federal site. And you can get up to 5 cards, 1 for each person. So if you have 5 people living in your house, you can apply for 5 cards, 1 for each person. And then you can load the cards with your credit card, with your Navy Federal credit. It has to be a Navy Federal credit card. Back in the days, you could do this with any other credit card, but they shut that down, and now you can only do it with Navy Federal credit cards. So you can liquidate up to $600 a day with each card. And so if you put money onto the debit card, onto the prepaid debit card using your credit card, you put money on there, right? And then you can liquidate $600 on one debit card at the ATM per day. So if you have 5 cards times $600 each prepaid debit card, that's $3,000 a day that you can liquidate from a Navy Federal credit card. And I apologize if I didn't explain this very well. So go back if you need to rewatch what I said, or look at what I said right here, or simply just call Navy Federal and they can give you the answers that you have with the Go Prepaid card. Simply just call them up and they'll tell them. This is nothing like out of this world. They make these cards so people can load them up with the credit cards. That's literally the whole reason of the prepaid cards, and use them for saving money or separate their spending. So that's the main purpose of this card, but we can also get money off our credit cards simply by loading the debit cards up and taking money out at the ATM. So that is how we can get money using manufacturer spending. And if we do $3,000 a day, and me, for example, I have a $30,000 Navy Federal cash rewards card, in 10 days, I can liquidate that whole card, get the $30K, and use it to secure the pledge loan. So that's a very, very big hack where you guys can get a lot of money very quickly to use for the pledge loan. Next, we're going to be applying for the pledge loan. To do this, we either have to visit a branch in person or apply over the phone. Anytime I've ever done it, I've simply just called them up and applied over the phone. But you can't there's no application online for you to do it. It has to be either of these two methods. So with the $40K pledge loan that I got, my loan amount, of course, was $40,000. The larger the amount, the more that will be reported to your credit. So the more money that you can get to secure, to put for the pledge loan, the better, because that's going to report to your credit. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you have $100,000, which is the max to put on a pledge loan, I would highly recommend that you do it, because it's going to report $100,000 as a loan on your credit. And another caveat of this loan is it does have some interest. It's 2.5% interest. This is honestly very low for a loan, but the hack that I will show you guys in a second will make this even less, where you don't really even have to pay interest. Or if you do, it's going to be cents on the dollar. It's literally going to be cents. So stay tuned to the end of the video where I show you guys that. Finally, my term length was 60 months. And the longer the length, the more payment history, the longer you can stretch out the loan. So if you do it, I think the maximum after you pass like $10,000 on the loan, you can do a maximum of 120 months, which is literally 10 years. So the longer the better. Honestly, if you want to do it for 10 years, go ahead and do it. And it's going to be better because you're going to be showing that long age for 10 years of you paying this loan little by little. And then finally, the monthly payment is technically $727, but this is very high. And the hack that I'm about to show you guys literally right now will make this way lower. So let's get right into the hack. This is called the payoff hack. So the first thing you're going to want to do is let the pledge loan report after you get it. So simply the day that you get it, you're going to want to let it report, let it sit there for about 30 days and let it report the full balance to your credit. Do not do anything to the loan. Don't pay it. Don't do anything until you see it report on your credit report as the full entire balance. Don't do anything else until that happens. Don't pay it off. Don't do anything. So once that happens, it reports to your credit. Then you can pay off as much as you want. Simply every time you use your money to pay off the loan, they'll pay it off, the payment will go through, and then they'll send you your money back. So basically, you're using your own money to create a loan on your credit, and then you're simply getting that money back. So my recommendation, pay off 90 to 99% depending on the loan amount. For example, if the loan is $250, just pay off 90% because it would leave you with a $25 remaining balance. So when I paid the 99%, I paid it, I waited a day, they took my money, and then they simply gave me my money back. So you're never going to lose any money with the pledge loan. You're always going to get all of your money back. And that is the big hack that Navy Federal does with the pledge loan that not a lot of other institutions do with a secured loan. Most likely, when you get a secured loan with another institution, they will take your money, right? They'll give you a secured loan. They'll give you your money, and then you pay the loan, and they won't give you your money back. Your money is going to be tied there until you completely pay off the whole loan. With Navy Federal, it's not like that. Once you make a payment, they wait like a day or two, and then they give you your payment back, and then they decrease the loan amount. So that's why it's really a pledge loan hack that Navy Federal does. So the lower the loan amount, the lower the percentage that you want to pay. The higher the loan amount, the higher percentage you want to pay off so you can recuperate more of your money. For example, with my loan, I paid off basically 99% of the loan, leaving me with a $400 balance that I need to pay for the remaining 59 months. This is a bar that I just dropped for you guys because now it looks like I paid off a $40,000 loan on my credit. That's the bar that I just dropped. Once you let it report for $40K, a month later, you pay it off to 90%, 95%, 99%. And it looks like you literally just paid off a $40,000 loan. So that is the Navy Federal pledge loan hack with the payoff hack method. So I would just let it age. I would make small payments every month so your balance gets updated with the credit bureaus. If you're not making any payments every month, it's not going to get updated. It's not going to report an on-time payment. So what you want to do, for example, with my loan, I paid off 99%, right? And I was left with $400. I decided to split the $400 by 59 months, which is the remaining term I have on my loan, which leaves me with $6.78 that I set as the auto pay amount every month. So I'm consistently making a payment every month, no matter what. And that is going to be another bar because if you're not making any payments on the loan, it's not going to report a on-time payment. So if you set even just $1 as the auto pay amount on the loan, is going to report an updated balance every month. This will continue to extend the loan for the full 60 months, but I get most of my money back. And the interest rate is very minimal when I only have a balance of $400. So a 2.5% interest on $400 is only like a couple of dollars. That is basically what you're going to pay, just a couple of dollars in interest to have a $40,000 loan reporting on your credit. So with those gems I just dropped, with all the bars I just dropped, if you haven't already liked the video, please like the video. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping more gems and more bars like this mostly every single day. I'm trying to get more consistent with these videos for you guys, because I want to be dropping all of these gems for you guys. I have so much in my mind that I want to just lay out and put it in front of a camera for you guys and put it on a video so you guys can get all these gems. I've been in this game for now over 3 years, and every day I'm learning so much. I'm in a lot of mentorships. I have a lot of mentors that are teaching me things like this, and it really helps to have people to listen to. So I want to make sure I get these videos for you guys so you guys can learn from everything that I do simply from a video. I'm putting these videos out for you guys to learn, to increase your credit scores, to help you guys rebuild credit, increase your credit, use your credit to make you money, all of those things. So if that interests you in any way, shape, or form, please subscribe, leave a like to the video to get this out to more people. Send this to somebody that you think it could help them. If you know somebody in Navy Federal and this could help them increase their credit and get more credit with Navy Federal, send them this video. And thank you guys for watching. I just want to wrap this up with the conclusion. You guys have all the information now that you need to get a $40,000 pledge loan with Navy Federal. I recommend the pledge loan if you want to build a great relationship with Navy Fed. I highly recommend it if you don't have any installment accounts on your credit, or if you want higher loan amounts on your credit to be reported. So if you learned anything new in this video, please leave a like, subscribe already like I've been saying, and don't hesitate to ask any questions, guys, in the comments. I'm literally an open book when it comes to anything on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, anything. So ask any questions, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.